Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Combine and Conquer. If you can't tell, this is a new map. This is version 0.4.0, which was released as of, what was that, Saturday, January 14th. So, as I'm recording this, that was yesterday, and there's new changes, new updates, and because of that, um, what my previous save games are not compatible with the 0.4 release, and to be honest, I'm okay with that. I want to play the new stuff. So we'll get a new map going. Um, the main things that were updated, just to sort of skim the patch notes here, is Martin reworked the solar power so that it actually fluctuates throughout the day and is a bit more important. There are different sized planets, so um, the individual stats of like water and the frequency of um, the size of frequency and size of individual ore types and stuff like that are going to be easier to update um, or be different between planets. Stone has been added as a new resource, so um, iron is now more blue, and what used to look like iron is now the stone. So be careful when you're building stuff. There's planar and module improvements and all kinds of good stuff. Other stuff is like basically like balancing. So the recipes have changed, the resources have changed, a lot of stuff has changed. Let's get into it and see what we can build. Okay. So, where do I want to start? I want to start where there is coal, copper, iron, and stone all together. I think that'll be good. That's the coal here? Yeah. Trying to think if I want a bigger coal patch. That's stone. There's one tiny little stone there. Is that coal? I'm gonna want a lot of iron and a lot of coal. I think this might be a good enough spot. Some coal up there if I need a little extra. When we build like here, then we can start building all of our buildings out this way. I think that'll be good. Just leave like a belt's width at least on the other side of everything here. Action only allowed when focusing planet and zoomed far in. Okay, well, I'd like to be able to place it a little close. There we go. That's far enough in. Okay, now to build. We got our coal. We want to get some iron going. We want to get a lab kind of quickly so that we can get our swappers and get our good smelting system going. So we have a lab. What we want is, oh yeah, I never made any chests last time through. All right, so we start with 15 miners and we've got 10 furnaces. Do we have any burners to start with? We got 20 just right out of the box. Cool. 75 belts, 30 arms, and 15 assemblers. Cool. I think we can make do with that. So to start with, I'm going to put down furnaces and let me think. If I want to put them, I want to like feed that one, and we need a gap like this. Trying to remember exactly how I set up. my starter one last time. We needed to belt in the coal, and we had miners just directly feeding the iron in, which won't work on like this one, so I need to move this whole thing. Dang it. All right. Put in there. All right. And shift, drag, no, shift, click, drag, and click again. And delete all that. I wish I could hit the delete button. All right. We'll be running a build. I need this. I'll put that one there. We'll move all of this later. We'll just kind of delete everything and put it in fresh. Want to feed from there. Another miner here. And Martin pointed out that if I just hold for a little bit longer, then it doesn't do the thing. So it doesn't matter where in here. Like a lot of times I would start clicking like here and be like, oh, you have to start over there. That's because I'm holding the whole length of this time. What actually matters for that is where, like how long you're holding the button down. Let's just put on the belt here. Miner, arm, and here comes some coal. It seemed pretty slow being on the edge like this. Let's put down another one. All right, so that should get us some iron plates, and we'll need to output them, of course. Onto belts here. And look at these used to be a shiny metal color, now they're blue too. Cool. All right, let's check the recipes of what we wanted to build. We want an assembler making science. So science is still 1 gear and 1 iron plate. Or no, it's just 1 gear. The red means it's a gear, and the gear is made from an iron plate. Right. So we need gears, and then we need science. And then we just need the lab, which we start with one? No, I need to make the lab. The lab is chips and wires, which means also copper. So I'll set one of these up for copper as well. That's why we set up here. So let's put down a couple of furnaces for the copper smelting, which if I do the same pattern means like, let's say, right in line. For some reason that just didn't look like it was lined up, but it was. And there, and delete you. Want the arms to put in the coal, arms to put in the, yeah, that doesn't line up, does it? Let's just do this. Just put several of these. How about? I mean, we have enough ore, right? It's the copper or the coal that we're having trouble with up there. We have several of these left over. put those down and get a few going on a belt. Shoot, I still didn't leave enough room. So here and here and there. I guess I don't need these to be in line with the iron. It just seemed like a good idea for some reason. And we can put the belts along here. No, we can't do that. We need to get the coal through here. Scratch that. Never mind. Which, in that case, just put the miner right on it. Like that. And this one, we can put it, say, here. I'll put it this way and put a couple belts in. And then the coal should have no problem just running down through here. There, down, over this way. And we'll put a coal miner here. And maybe I put 2. I got these. How about we do it like this? There and there. We can also output from the other side. How many arms do we have left? 14. Also output like this. We're not going to have the belts for that, though, will we? We got 41. That might work. And if we just delete those and build down this way. I don't know if that'll work well or not. What I'm thinking is if as the iron backs up here, these will be able to pull and put onto the other belt. Otherwise, I'm not sure how the priority would work out. What are we waiting for? We have all the iron we need so far. So we have copper in there. I guess. Let's output these onto belts. Going up. And then we have to decide how we want to put down the thing to make our one lab. We just want one. Oh, we need to make chips, which take wire and iron. We needed wire also, right? We need chips and we need wire. The wire is just copper. So do something like that. And then the chips were under H. Chips are wires and iron plates. So if I put one of these being directly fed the wires, that'll make the chips. And then both of those go into making the lab. Yes. So one more of these to make the lab. And then we can put that into a provider. Hopefully we have the arms still. Got 8. Might just do it. So we need to feed that. I guess I should actually set all these, huh? So that's going to make the lab. This is going to make the wire. It's going to make the circuits chips. Right, so you're putting some in there. You're putting some in there. You're putting some in there. Then we just need plates. Oh, and you're going to output to there. Basically, once we get enough ingredients for one, we can stop these other buildings. I just want one lab to start with. So we have enough wire here. Let's delete that arm. One more chip. Delete, delete. Cool. Delete, 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 delete. Doodly-doo. This is still on. This is show the cooldown. I could turn that off, but I am interested in seeing how long this is going to take. Otherwise, it just kind of sits there. And you're like, well, it might be done soon. So I like having the cooldown showing. And there's our lab. All right. We have one lab available. So if I remember, research was gears, I think. There it is. Yep. Just takes one gear to do research tier 1. So let's get that going. Just to start with, do this and the lab over here. And do ourselves some, nope, I need one more. I messed up. Delete you. Gears, research, and then a lab. Yeah. Gears, research, lab. And that means gears, and then C6 research. There you have it. Making ourselves some research. Boom. Let's pick a research. It's you. And let's go for swappers and mixers first this time. Look at long arms. Our research 1 now. That's new. Arms Mark 2 is a research level 1. Must be some of that new rebalancing. Electric furnaces. What are you? Mark 3 assembly. Better miners. We're gonna want space. I'm looking forward to trying to hit space here in the 0.4. All right, so there's our first simple setup. Now let's start working also on belts and stuff, which belts cost a plate and a gear. So we'll have a trying to decide whether to reuse this one. And you're also going to be gears and plates. Kind of think I should have a dedicated box for those. So gears, That's a thing we could do. Um, we run some plates up in the middle, then we can make gears for each of them. So like gears. Is it assemblies? No, that takes stone. Cool. It was the arms and the belts, right? So this takes 2 gears and 2 plates. And the belts take 1 of each. Selected it. And we are going to want more assemblers. We have 8 of those. Those cost, what is it again? 8 gears and 8 stone bricks. So we'll have to start mining stone. Oh, and smelting stone. Don't forget, we gotta smelt it. So let's see about getting what we do have going here. So plates in there and here. And drag these down. Ooh. We should prioritize the arms because we're just about out. So you're going to take iron, make gears, those in there, that. Then we'll have both of these. We'll have a provider here in the middle. Output too. That's just what we'll do for now. And hopefully before we need too many more assemblers, we'll have our research done and we'll have a much better smelting setup going. So we're starting to get arms now. Awesome. Also gears into there. Also plates into there. And just enough there. Now we're making belts too. Awesome. All right, so we have research going. We have belts and arms going. That's a pretty good start. I mean, they're not quick by any means, but they're going. Let's see, what do burners cost, you think? Stone bricks, okay. Furnaces are going to cost us also just stone bricks. Cool. Let's get some of those making then. All right, so stone was up here. We have some coal right here too. What's our starter look like again? Starter area. We could just do stone and junk right here. Junk. Stone and coal, you know, instead of running coal from way down there or something. And this is all stone too. Maybe that would actually be a little easier, but if I wanted to do it that way, like I did down the other way, we'd want to put these somewhere like back here so there's enough room to output that. These going in here and here. Belts coming out like this. We have minor and minor. And arms here and here. Oh, I like how I just assumed that you put the... Of course you're going to get them from putting stone and coal into a burner. I didn't actually check if there was a recipe to read there. Let's put a few of these here. I have the belts to support this. What are we doing down here? I guess we're getting stuff. Because eventually the gears back up and we get plates all the way down here. Who's going to get it? Aha, arms win. Which will probably win. Is it going to win every time? Well, if they came close together and this one was busy, that one got one. Right. I want to... There. Uh-oh, running low on power already. Oh my gosh, yeah, we are. Whoops. Let's get some burners down, I guess. Well, actually, I have all this. Where are those? Here's power. Let's just start pulling off of this line. You think? Hey, research finished. Yeah, I way overdid it on the power. Oh, we're good now. What's energy stats? Oh, it's the brightness. When I said I was getting low on power, I thought it was like overusing it by 50%. I didn't pay attention to what the percentage was. That must be new. That's part of the solar overhaul. So even though it's graphically or visually not changing here, we're at 40% brightness for the planet. And it's like going on nighttime because it's getting darker. So if we had solar, that I placed that way over there. If we had solar, our power would start dropping because of this. I guess I didn't need all these burners. But that'll do. Uh, we need belts. This might not reach. Yeah, labs, but no research. Actually, I'll have these run this way. Delete these. Shift click, delete. Yeah. And input here and there. Then these can output onto a single belt this way. Another way I could do this. There, we got some stone bricks being made here. And that's what we needed for these, right? Gears and stone bricks. I have 9 of those, so I'm not too worried. I have 4 of these. And these were just bricks, I think. Yeah. Right. Oh, research finished. So we got our swappers now. So now we can overhaul, basically redo all this with a slightly more organized belt system. Do I want, though, to go for some better research first, too? Like crossovers are kind of useful. Kind of. Long arms could be cool too. Mark II arms. Probably more expensive to make too. Let's go for crossings, I guess. And we'll keep these things crafting, I guess, too. Oh, we need to actually craft these. I can't forget. Um, rods. Is that new? I don't remember making rods before. Belts. Guessing the rods are in here. And rods are an iron plate. So, all right, I forget. 2 belts and 6 rods. Belt, belt. 13, 24. Trying to decide if I do another belt setup. Because belts are going to be gears and belts. Doubt I could fit all that in here. Gears, belts, swappers. Yeah, there's not enough space here. I suppose I could output these onto a belt. And continue this line on. We wouldn't get them very fast. Let's say, gears, belts, belts and rods. And rods were also just iron. So that's a lot of iron. Dude, if I build these right here, I'm not going to be able to put these into a provider. So let's move it even further down. And we've got, what, 10 providers? Let's just put them straight in like this. That's just, the recipe for that is just one, right? Yeah. All right. Let's put gears, belts, geez, this is getting long. Gears, belts, swappers, and one more for rods. Like that. Meanwhile, put a provider, that wrong. Put a provider down here for the arms. And that way we won't run out of those while we're building all this. So gears are going to go into the belts. Belts are going to go into the swappers, and rods are going to go into the swappers. We need iron, iron, and iron. We're going to need an output and a provider. there. And then we're going to need belts all along here. And basically a crap ton more iron plates than what we've got going right now. I could make another pair of smelters, I think, coming off this way, off of the line. Do I have the miners for it? I don't. I need to be making miners. Screws and iron. I'm guessing the screws are made of iron. Yep. I think we'll stop research for sure after these are done, so we can focus all of our iron on building the things that'll make our iron better. Let's see. Do we need more furnaces yet? Not yet, but we will want some. So maybe put one assembler here to make furnaces. It's just stone brick. And what else? The miners take stone? No, they're just iron based. I think I'm thinking of the burners here that were also stone. These are the same price, same cost. Let's get some of these going at least so we don't run out. Only need one belt here and a provider down here. We still have 6 of those available. Shouldn't run out anytime soon. And again, we can do a little bit better use. Just about to finish research. See the cooldown going. Doot. Ta-da! And let's stop this whole thing. You know what I want to see? I haven't zoomed out yet to see what space looks like. Here's our planet. I apologize. I just realized I wasn't capturing the sound of the game. Here's our planet. And look at that. We have moons. Little Hope A, which has some resources on it, right? They're fairly small patches. Let's see. Planner. Shift Q for the world. Planner. All right, so there's the planet with the moons. Look at the size of this planet. But it's mostly water. Ha! Mostly water and mountains. But probably sand. Titanium. There we go. We haven't seen titanium yet. We haven't gone looking for it either. But the way Martin set the worlds up here, our starter world here is not going to have titanium on it anywhere. Let's see, where's our base? Are we going to be able to find it again? For some reason, I assumed it would be easier to find. Look for all that purple. Is that it? No, that's rocks. All right, so I have a suggestion to put in the Discord channel. There's a purple. Where's the find my base button? Jeez. All right, look at that. We have 8 furnaces now. Do we have any swappers? 0 still. 23 belts. You know, I think what we should do is temporarily turn these off. We have, as far as arms, we got plenty of arms. So let's stop it at over here. Be the least wasteful thing to do, I think. That'll make 1, and then the whole machine should stop. Unless it can have 2 in its buffer. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it holds 2. Will it hold 3? No. Okay, so when it gets to two recipes, then it stops. What about you? We are going to want a lot of belts, but I think we also want to stop this for now. That way our iron can go toward making all this stuff. Because this will be crucial for how we want our smelting array set up. We can do like the swap twice per machine, and that means we need at least 3 for our first pair of furnaces. But we're going to want a lot more than just 2 furnaces. 12. Nice. All right, so we're starting to get gears. Need some more plates, but they're going to start trickling through as these gears back up. So there's our first belt. We're going to need 2 of those. And this should all back up once we have 4 belts. And then some more iron should make it through, and we'll get our rods started. So we're doing just fine here, right? Got more coal than we need. We could tear some of these up if we needed more miners before we start building them. Which that recipe. Screws and iron plates. Screws are just 1 plate, so that's good. I guess I could see. Oh, it's just screws, not and iron plates. That keeps throwing me off, having them right in line like that. But it's 4 screws, which means we need 4 iron plates to make those 4 screws. The 4 iron plates are like the raw ingredients. Cool. This, we're starting to get our rods. We didn't miss the first one, right? Nope, this is our first swapper being crafted here. Jeez. Sweet. There's 1 swapper. And the rate we're making the rods It's almost enough to have the full recipe in there before it finishes, isn't it? 11. And here comes number 12. It's like perfect timing. Cool. So we got 2 of those now. Let's start. Of course, there's that tiny bit of stone we're going to have to watch out for. We don't want to accidentally mine up stone and put it in the way. So let's tear up. To be honest, this is definitely more than we need. Let's take up these. And like a couple of these. Let that run out. Take up even these belts. So what I like to do is get like one really good coal line going and one really good iron ore line going, and then set up our smelters along here, and then have the iron belt come back around this way. I have stuff, coal and iron ores coming this way. Furnaces outputting back this way, and then we can feed down this way and split off as we need to, I think. I think that'll be good. We're doing 6 swappers already. Nice. Now let's start putting down furnaces, which we have 20 of. Let's stop this. Stop. Probably good for now. We need to leave 1, 2 at least. Say something like this. We can just like drag place them. Because the point here is to be able to have arms coming out. That's wrong. Let's just do it like this. Let's just be consistent, yeah. And a belt coming back this way. It'll feed down into here. And up top, we'll have a swapper in the middle of each. And we'll have belts. Those aren't belts, these are the belts. I like how I can just drag through there. And we're out. Go turn belts back on. There we go. 1 belt. So what'll happen is we'll get 35. We'll get our man, I'm a little scatterbrained, sorry. What we'll get is we'll have our coal coming in on 1 belt and our iron coming in on the other belt, and the swapper will swap them each time. So if iron's down here, it'll end up here for this one. These 2 will pull coal off, and then the swapper will bring it back down, and this one will pull iron off. These 2 will pull iron. Means I missed one right here. All right. Those belts. 11. 12. Technically, that's enough for now. For up here. Let's do... I think we needed copper for the lab. Is there anything? We can't build one of these. The influences will take copper. Okay, that seems new. Well, we didn't build any of those last time. So we started with a bunch of them, like 10 of them. Yeah. Chests, iron, half an iron plate or copper plate goes into here. If we want any more labs, which we will probably at some point. This is all iron. It's iron. These are going to be mostly iron, except for the obvious, like, copper wire and stuff. Cables. Okay. Motors. Nice. Computer. Oh, this is for the modules. Sources and sinks. Different types of ores. Space, we haven't unlocked anything yet. Some things will take copper. Not much. Alright, well. Let's... 17 belts. Let's start putting miners along here. So, like... I guess they don't need to be, like... Put them down here. One, two, three. And belts will come this way. Up. I didn't need to run it that close, but I did, so I'm just going to leave it. No. Iron ore is going to come on there. We definitely are going to want more than 3 miners. We'll get that taken care of shortly. Now we need coal coming in. Which again, I think we can do from down here. Oh, look at our power. Let's put these somewhere else. These down here. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, get rid of some of these belts. These here, here, and say here. This 1, 2 there. 1, 2 there, and there. And then I want to delete this all. Should still be fine power-wise. Doing all right power-wise. So what I want to do now is I don't have any more miners, do I? Used them all up. I need to keep this iron going at least until we have enough belts and swappers. Actually, we should probably stop the swappers. Those are good enough for a bit. Let's stop those by just trimming this belt. Start arms up again, because those are getting a little low. 20. What I'd like to do is I'd really kind of like to turn this and have it come up Past. We're not really feeding the copper right now. We're just feeding this. No, well, really. Or screws. Just, oh. Let's make those easy. Just put them here so we can reuse the sink. Oh, not a sink. It's a provider. And screws are 7? Yeah. So let's delete and delete place. That's not right. Oh, hold it. Hold it. We do need screws, yes, but we really wanted the miners. So we need an assembler for making miners. So like that. Except we want you making screws, which is no. We want you making miners, which takes screws. Then we want one of these making screws. So what I think I'll do is move this down to maybe there. And then just a regular one. Even go here. And that one can be making screws. That's not screws. Screws are over here. 7. There we go. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Also trying to work these keyboard shortcuts. So, arms. Arm in, arm out, arm in. Cool. That should get us more miners. Just, it's 4 screws. Okay. Arms. We're doing pretty well again. Belts. How are we doing on those? Running low on power. Grr. Alright, right now we're not using anything copper, right? I could delete these. Way down to here. No problem. That would even get us a little bit of power back. Delete that miner and that stuff. Oh, did I crash? Everything froze up. Yes, I did. I crashed. Let's see where we auto-saved to. Here. Okay, so somehow still running low on power. Let me just sort of stop everything for a moment. Let me delete you. So all of our assemblers stop running. Meat. We had some coal up here. Maybe we were using it for the stone. Stone, coal. All right, so my idea here is I wish I could easily power all this off, just completely off. But at the same time, I think we'll be all right. If I just tear these up temporarily. This should empty out. And now just delete all of this. We're very bad on power, kinda. But in reality, we have 6 miners here that we can put back down for coal. So let's do all of it like this. I'll have arms for each. And belts. Going off this way. We want to go far enough to get around. So we go right up to the edge here. We go up here. And what I think I want to do is put down a bunch of power generation along here. So these will get first dibs. How do I want to do it, though? Let's say like here. Nope, not there. And sure, put one more there. These will start pulling like this. And that should catch everything up. Power-wise. Cool. So those should get first dibs of whatever gets mined. Everything else will then go on toward the smelters and stuff. Up here. Come out this way. Ta-da! So that's simultaneously running our power. And then it's going to start feeding our iron smelter up here. Once that kicks on, we'll be in pretty good shape. I'll just let this burn out. Then we'll delete it too. Because we can rededicate all this stuff toward the better smelter up there. But all this stuff's going to be like, ah, you're back. Something I want to experiment with is if you can pull off of a swapper, and what would you get? Usually these tend to seem to wait until something gets right to the end of the belt and pulls it. So I wonder if this would grab coal off here. Or if it doesn't count as actually being there. I don't know. Let's see, there's an iron sitting there. It wouldn't hurt to Just put one here and see what happens. Right now it's not getting anything. I wonder if the coal backs up, if it would see the coal in this spot, like here. Grab it. What you gonna do there? What you gonna do there, arm? If you could grab off of the swappers, but there's some other cool stuff you could do. Like a three-way braid or something. You know what? Why am I testing it way down here? Could test it here. Yeah, see, it's grabbing the coal out of this spot. Okay. Getting ideas for later. Look at that. We went from these 2 furnaces to 5 furnaces here. So we're already in pretty good shape. Delete these. Reclaim that. And that's 7 miners. Do we need them yet? Probably not yet. Actually need some more coal, don't we? The iron is kind of backing up. The coal definitely is not. To be fair, the iron was sitting here longer than the coal. Yeah, we need more of each. What do we have down here? Well, we got the burners. That's throwing it off a bit. But I could put more coal in and, like, wrap it around. That'd work. But I have 1, 2, 3, 6 down there. 10 available right now. Let's put, like, 2 at a time, I guess. See when we start catching up. I keep hitting Q to unselect. I know I've said that before, but that's a different game. We still have 10 swappers. That's awesome. What do these cost? These are screws and belts. Or the swappers are rods and belts. So I can't just change that. That would have to be another array here. I think we'll eventually want to be putting belts on belts and having things pull off as they need them. And then any belts that get to the end will go into a provider. Probably. That's probably what I want. What do we got going on? We can probably stop the miners. No, maybe not yet. Arms, we got 40 still, so we don't need to make those. Belts, 97. Nice. Look at us starting to back up. We're backed up to here. Now we're backing up into here. Ooh, I love it. So these 5 furnaces are providing slightly more than what we're using. Cool. See, it looks like these are mostly running out of coal faster than they're running out of iron. Usually there's the iron ore still in there, but they're waiting for coal. Let's put more coal miners in. What I want to do is have a belt coming along here. Have some miners here. Like so. Just a smidge more belt Arms. There we go. This should eventually get some. Yeah, there it got one. And the nice thing about this is if we do start running out of power, we could put like some influence out here and just start lining this all the way up with more burners. So that should be our a good amount of that should do, I should say, for our power needs for a while. See, once we have coal really coming in here, be right about here, a good amount of coal coming. Yeah. It'll be a little bit, but hopefully this will be better able to keep up. And then we can start building it further out this way. Look at all that space we have. And a nice big iron smelting array going. Backed up all the way to here. We were just rounding the corner a little bit ago. Or all the way up here. It's a lot of belts. Probably a lot of miners too. 20 more now. We could do even more coal, probably. Put down another set of them like this. I think there's going to be a more efficient way to cover that, but we'll just do it this way for now. Arms all along here. And hopefully that should be enough for a little while. I want to see us burning through all this iron a lot better. All right, so a quicker start than last time, but it feels like more and more we know what we're doing to get started and get up and running here. And I think that's where I'm going to have to call it a night today. To call it a night, call it a day, call it an episode, call it a video. Whatever we're going to call it, we're going to call it. So, hey, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember to be kind, have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.